course. I'm excited to make a loyal vlog on Sunday.
Oh, the vlog, boy.
I think I forgot how to make a vlog.
The vlog.
Ew.
I don't think you knew to begin with.
Oh.
It does sound weird.
¿Verdad que sí? ¿No son like Mac components o algo?
What? What do you
Like when you move, shit like that, no?
mean? I don't know. Check.
Are we live already?
Pod mic. Yeah, it's a pod mic. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at that. It is the pod mic. Why do we sound like this?
I think it sounds better now. Like,
I didn't do anything.
no, I know, but I think it got to your head that I was like saying it didn't sound good. But it does. Like, it's fine.
Probably. I don't know.
Are we live already?
Yeah, we've been live.
Cool. No, we're not. It's
Unlisted. Oh, but everybody who has a list. Oh, Sports Illustrated. All right. Oh, wait, no. No, we're not. We're definitely not live. Definitely not.
3 minutes late.
Nah, it's okay. Wait,
Fashionably late.
para los tres vatos que están aquí.
Son como 10 o 15 ya, okay. Like, oh, we've been live for a minute.
Huh, I wonder then. Like if...
It's still unlisted? Yes, it is. Yes. I missed your camp today.
Oh.
Yo solo quiero pegar en la radio para ganar mi primer millón.
Ba-da.
Wow, 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 wow.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Wow, 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 wow.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-da.
Wow, 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 wow.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Baby, te quiero. Wow. Baby, te quiero.
I was actually going to play that at Inter.
Desde que te con... ¿Sí es que se cambió el artista el nombre?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it would be a problem if he toured in the South. Hey man, what you gonna watch? Oh, I'm just gonna hit up the concert. Oh yeah, word. Which one?
Iba creciendo y creciendo.
Oh, you know.
Como nubes.
That one. And then the artist name.
Yeah. That's 6 people watching. 7 people watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are about to get started with episode 140 of Two Balls in a Mic, where we don't do seasons. We just keep going weekly, consecutively, without stopping.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No need to hype up new seasons or anything like that. Do you guys want a new season? You guys want to take? You guys want us to take a break?
Phillies. Oh, they made it. They freaking made it. Wow. Baseball. It says nobody's watching.
Oh, but there is people watching.
There is. Look at that. Are you watching, boy?
Yeah. Always. Always.
Hagaru no Renkijutsu.
La 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 la. Jason, how'd you enjoy the game, dude? The wave game.
Oh.
We tried finding you, but I think you might have
And people were hiding,
switch seats.
This live
to
stream
the
is the
cove?
best, bro. This live stream is the best, boy.
It is the best.
Oh, gotta go to the chat, boy. Gotta go to the chat.
It's the
boy.
best.
Gotta go.
I think we're both tired, boys. And it's gonna be a great
incredibly
episode.
tired. Incredibly tired.
Great episode.
Oh, there he is, Jason, the boy. I want to meet that Jason. That Jason in that profile picture.
The shades, fresh cut.
Yeah, I want to meet that guy.
Yeah. Funny enough, got a DM today about growing my page. From the boys? From those guys? Or from who?
From who?
From who?
DM us right now.
Saca
619.
chisme. Saca chisme.
Right now. DM us, boy.
You
I
big
want
league me when I try to wave you? Not me.
No.
There's no way.
No, we first of all,
We humble ourselves at Snapdragon.
I have a incurable disease of the eyes called keratoconus.
Oh, yeah.
Please, I mean,
Oh,
like,
he's blind.
look, like, oh, perfect. I still got to set it up, so we'll just go dark for a bit.
He
Or
said,
here,
me too.
we'll
He
do.
was 20 pounds lighter. I want to meet that Jason. Comment. El Tony Sánchez. El come torta.
Él come todo, güey.
Él come. Can't say that.
Come pepas.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we can say,
Ya
well,
va
we can
pa
say
la
that.
pesca.
Ya en la discoteca.
I have to go to copyright school still. Not looking forward to that. I wonder if it's like driving school where you have to sit through and like. I never done driving school.
Oh shit. Hello. Here.
Is Alan, is Alan in or can you check? Maybe he's in. Maybe he's not. I'm on Do Not Disturb.
No, he's not. All right. Wow.
Be back in 10 minutes and I'll hop on. He said.
Sounds good. We'll delay it. We'll keep it going. You know what? We'll get it started.
Sounds good. We can start and still do
It's about time que nos deja hablar este cabrón solos.
Yeah, he's going to talk a lot because he was there. So
yeah, you too, Jason. Let us know.
Yeah. All right, let's get started.
Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 140. That was me squinting because that was very zoomed out, our document that we have to read at the top of the show. Playoff soccer and playoffs in general in San Diego. San Diego Wave clinched home playoffs as well as second place did for San Diego Loyal as a tie with OC. We're going to go ahead and talk about NC Courage and how that went over on Friday, the last regular game season of San Diego Wave, the Premier League. Okay, I got you. The Premier League, there was a couple of cool results. I know you're upset. Now, because of that, we're going to extra talk about Haaland being unstoppable. The fastest hat trick in Premier League history. 8 games. That is insane.
Glad we were able to help him achieve that.
Champions League Week 3 preview. We're going to go ahead and talk about Tuesday and Wednesday's matches. The NFL Week 4 is here and has gone. Concussions here, concussions there, concussions everywhere. Week 5 pick'ems, fantasy football. We lost by 0.5 points.
By 1 point.
Yeah, so in the
damn you, Chris. He's in the chat too. Congrats. You won't beat us 1.1 points.
I guess there was a double dose of double balls last week as we hosted the Loyal Locals podcast. So thank you to all the boys and suchlings and such-affords over at the Loyal Locals, section 109 of good old people, letting us hop on there and talk our ears off. So
that's the first time I did a podcast. I was so nervous.
I was shy. Anyway, in the pre-two balls lounge, we were talking about how apparently we big timed our friend Jason. Jason, who I feel
I feel like Jason
we've come
has
together.
big-timed us.
We've come together. We've laughed at a Dave Williamson comedy show along with a good Vicepresidente Stone. I mean, we've exchanged pleasantries, high fives, but he's accusing us of big timing him as he was at the San Diego Wave game on Friday and he waved at us. Yeah. After an Eric Weddle, very, very sad drum. Like, it needs work. I know people involved. The idea is there. We love it. They hit the drum with San Diego Wave at the beginning, creating a wave that starts around. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, it's all right. Whoever came up with that, I'll give that to you. Eric Weddle was there.
You were focused on Eric Weddle.
That's how we just big timed him again. We're like, oh, Jason, this and that. Oh, but Eric Weddle was there. But no, look, I personally, if you're waving at me, Jason, this is common knowledge. I have terrible eyesight.
I'm used to not getting recognized at games.
I have an incurable, just the way you've changed, bro.
I'm kind of used to it.
How many pounds have you lost?
I weighed myself the other day. It was my 97. That is 195. 94.
That's a lot. That's like 2 third graders put together. Not even, bro. That's a lot.
Like 5 third graders.
Anyway, so I have an incurable disease known as keratoconus of the eyes. So here I am to just guilt trip everybody. Just let me educate. Keratoconus occurs when your cornea, the clear dome-shaped front surface of your eye, thins and gradually bulges outwards into a literal cone shape. Stop looking at the eye. You can't see it. Cone-shaped cornea causes blurred vision and may cause a sensitivity to light and glare. The only resolve for people like me is a corneal transplant. So if anybody has any cool corneas that they don't need just lying around, let me know.
Mine's blind too. Do you want it though?
Nah, like yours is great. It's like glasses just do not work on me. Like they just are.
Teacher, if you need help with the maths too, sorry, I'm a college dropout, all right? Not everyone gets their bachelor's. Jeez.
Let's catch up on here. There was some good soccer action happening here in San Diego. We would say start with Wave, but we do have Alan just waiting in the wings coming in. He's in Sacramento. Scoping out the place.
So the thing
Sacramento
is,
plays
you guys are both wild because you're going to Vegas weeks after they go to play in Vegas, and then Alan goes a week before they go to Sacramento. You guys can't time shit.
We were unable to find most of you. Honestly, we legitimately went looking for you halftime after. Like we were like looking at the map of Snapdragons, like the tickets that we gave out were around here. Very sad. Utley Rollins Howard era over Phillies could end in Pujols, Yachty, Wainwright era. You have no idea what any of that means.
I know Pujols.
We were focused on Eric Weddle. I'm a teacher if you need help.
Huh?
Tony, a better driver than some I know, though.
Did you give him a ride that one time?
So we did commentary. So for those in behind the scenes who have pitchforks ready to rip my boy 619 Soccer to the just to the bone.
I think he's lucky people don't know what he looks like.
I know what he looks like.
We need a face reveal.
Yeah.
Dream
face reveal.
Face reveal. Catches up.
Puppy. But yeah, no, I am an incredibly good driver. Like if you ever need a getaway, I'm your guy.
He's only scared me twice, maybe like a crash scare, but it wasn't even his fault. It was the other person's fault.
That was
I was driving.
No.
I was driving.
The only time I've been crashed or involved in a crash was at the first 1904 game at Lincoln High School.
That's true. I was there.
It was the day after the first game, and the guy backed up into me, and then like you got scared as fuck, and I got out.
I've never seen this man so mad.
I got like,
I was still a young puppy,
like,
a young chubby puppy,
and the dude had to give me $50. I'm like, cool, because like what I told you, you fucked this up, was already there. Yeah. So like I got $50 out of the guy, and then the world ended, literally the next day. Anyway,
hey, ¿qué pedo con tus padres, güey?
What do you mean? Padres are great.
Do teams celebrate like that when they clinch a playoff spot? Like, is that normal?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
Wait, they said like if they won the World Cup or something.
Hay niveles. There's levels to it, right? So like,
that's what I tweeted. You saw my tweet?
Oh, you guys will never celebrate a full World Series before the Padres do. So a real World Series. Like you guys have the Mickey Mouse one.
Wasn't last season?
Nah. No.
Say it like if I actually pay attention to baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
You, for specifically you. Is Alan in there already?
No, he's not.
That's more than 10 minutes.
In any case,
San Diego Loyal.
San Diego Loyal.
I guess we can give our 2 cents about it. No, let's wait for it.
We'll wait for the boy.
Sí, porque se apure, güey. I got to wake up at 4:30.
I have a lot to do tomorrow as well.
You got to wake up at 4:30, though?
Yeah. You've been waking up at 4:30 to work out. You look great. You look slim. It's frightening what it looks like underneath that shirt.
¿Les enseñamos?
Oh, yeah.
Second strike.
But in any case, there's...
It's not frightening.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Hello. Knows soccer. What's up, man? Connor knows soccer. No.
Connor knows soccer. Anyway, so San Diego Loyal had an away match here in OC. Typically, and I think people can talk about this in the comments because I know people that are lurkers who don't usually comment that know about this a little bit more. That we rewatched the game. There was not people in those stands to qualify as sold out. San Diego Loyal has stated that they are sold out at Torero.
Well, sellout means they sold the tickets.
Yeah. But they don't show up.
I feel like they need to be there to be a sellout.
Yeah.
Right?
So San Diego Loyal said that they did. I have no reason to believe that they didn't. Sure, we give away tickets to deserving individuals in the community. In the community itself, San Diego Wave does the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where, like, there's this, like, they give away so many tickets. Oh, they gave away so many tickets. Everybody's giving away tickets. All right. At the end of the day, everybody's giving it. They have to.
I think legally they have to donate tickets to nonprofit and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
which is where we come in.
Yeah, we come in there, but it's good to hear that game is sold out. But the Orange County one, like, people were there. You can tell us, was it sold out? How was the bus? I feel like that back of the bus was an era. You have Drew, who's no longer there. The legendary soccer icon, Marissa, also moved away from San Diego.
Yep.
Two balls and a mic who frequent the back of the bus up to OC. At least in some representation.
Was there?
Cesar H. Futbol went?
No.
Oh, the original. Yeah, he went. But good times to be had. Like, I know people went up there. Again, there was some mix-up with the tickets.
The last time was all right, we went. You got beer spilled on you. Some people were really drunk. But it's kind of fun.
We'll see. They're probably waiting for a lineup for food. Yeah, there's limited options there sometimes. Sometimes there's a lot, and it's good, and it's popping, but it's a last-place team, and this is what San Diego Loyal face here. Yeah. As we have the great, fantastic, the beautiful, the handsome, the
gorgeous,
the Sacramento lung air-filled Alan Underwood. Alan, you are in NorCal. What
I am.
I am sorry. My heart goes out to you. Thoughts and prayers.
No, it's all good. We're here for a union meeting, so I flew up Sunday night. We'll be here till through tomorrow, so couldn't miss. I didn't want to miss the podcast.
Tell these people, like I am actually.
That's not why he's there.
One of my best, teacher friends, like was in like the head of a union, and that is a lot of work. Like you are God sent a teacher kind all around. So keep that up. It's important work. What can we do? Vote? Is there anything that we can vote on, Alan, to give you teachers money?
Yeah, there's a couple things coming up, but the most important thing is supporting local school boards. Your local teachers unions probably have endorsed candidates to help them create teacher and student focused school boards. And so I just encourage you to look at local races, because sometimes those are the most important in things that affect our everyday life, right? City council, school board. We focus a lot on like president and all these big offices, but really it's these local officials that usually go unnoticed that have the biggest effect. And so that's what we're doing up here is we help fund some local school board races for some of the local teachers unions and give them a little bit of extra money to help run those school board races. So that's what we were doing today, is talking about funding.
Hell yeah. It's super important. Get that money to the teachers. It's ridiculous how little teachers get paid, and just people in education. Like, we deal with your chamacos for 8 hours. Like, how it's like somebody else's people for 8 hours. It's insane. But
our chamacos sometimes are at school for 12 hours.
It's crazy. I don't want to be anywhere for 12 hours. That's what I tell my staff. Like, oh, this kid is having a bad day. I'm like, this kid was here at 6 a.m., got dropped off, ate maybe a cereal, went and learned math, writing, how to be a human being for about 8 hours. In between, they get bullied by like 3 different kids for something that's actually very true, like, about themselves, but they can do probably nothing about.
Yep.
Correct.
Go into the second half where teachers are burnt out. They don't care at times. It's fine. It's okay. Some don't care. Most are great. But then after, you got to get either sent off into
after school,
grandma picking you up, not doing homework, junk food, or staying after school for another 4 hours into the night. And wild. In October, these kindergartners have never been outside of their home at night without mom and dad. And now they get picked up at 6 p.m. and it's dark. You explain that, and then thunderstorms roll in at dark. It's insane. So think about that, people, before you make a kid.
This is how you know he's an excellent staff, because there's staff that don't think that way. Anyway, San Diego Loyal.
Yeah, now that we've educated everybody on education, let's educate people on San Diego Loyal. I agree with that. This is their lineup here. I make Alan appear. Boom, boom. You were there, Alan. You made the trip. Did you go on a bus? Did you go solo?
I did not. I drove up myself. We had a marching band performance in the afternoon, so I went to Temecula and then drove home and then drove back to Orange County because it was, Orange County versus San Diego, the last drivable home game that's not going to take forever to get to, and so I thought I should be there and check it out. And plus, San Diego had a chance to clinch second place, so thought it'd be important to check that out as well.
Or as some love to call it, the Allen Underwood Derby.
Yeah, there's two people.
Which was the best derby this weekend, if you ask me.
But no, it was a matchup. Again, we were talking about it. Last place versus second place. Like, what's there to play for?
On paper, it should be killing, right? But we know the USL is very wild in the wild West.
I think I predicted a 2-2.
You might have. Ooh, you might
guys.
Have. Our mods, go cut that clip from the last episode.
Yeah, please. Get that, please. I mean, you were absolutely wrong with 4-1. I don't know.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
But imagine had that been right.
I mean, I almost nailed it with 2-1. I was really happy for most of the match.
Then loyaled.
It seems like this happens to be, yeah.
I mean, it was Orange County's last home game. It's been a frustrating season for them. But they had gone through a lot with, the stadium situation, and to their credit, it was a sold out stadium for the most part. It was a good crowd, and they wanted to end the season with a really, really big win to build that momentum into their off season. So yeah, for this season, it didn't seem like they had a lot to play for, but it's like a local rival. It's your last home game. It's fan appreciation night. It's a good crowd. And they're playing for basically that pride and hopefully trying to mess up San Diego in some way. And they almost succeeded.
Yeah, and this was one of those where you don't really feel like they're going to get tired. You think they are going to get the 3 points. At the end of the day, that 1 point gets you second place. But let's look at this starting lineup, shall we?
Coque Vega, Stoneman, Kyle Adams, Elijah Martin, Akon. Just going to go with Akon at this point. Until corrected otherwise. Like, I want to ask him, right? Because there's a pronunciation. I'm gonna look at the pronunciation. Do we still get that, Alan?
Probably.
I'll look that up in a bit. As well, it should be in the email. Should be with all the packages, right? So behind baseball, there's a media package that goes out in it, there's the pronunciations, phonetic pronunciations of how to say all these players' names, which is why it's really infuriating sometimes where you still get Guido and like no, that's not what like that like no phonetically, just like Alex Trebek taught us better with Hooked on Phonics. Anyway, Charlie Adams, Mr. Martin, not Ricky, Conway, Blake, Vassell, and Amang. On paper, this should have been a thrashing, maybe, right? Perhaps. I mean, it's a really strong side for San Diego Loyal.
I think the good part of this was Kyle Adams just jumped into the starting lineup, which I know we mentioned that maybe he's a little jet lagged, maybe he's a little tired. Apparently, he was ready to go. So essentially, you have that 3 center back line, which is something they started changing up now. And then, Alan, how do you like Elijah playing on the right side?
I think based on who we have available, with Nick Moon being out, I think he offers something kind of fun on that right-hand side. I think for him, it may be a little bit more of his strength than necessarily more of a defensive-minded guy. I think he's been really solid playing in that position. I also think it kind of frees him up to be. I think he just plays a little bit more like joy. I don't say joy. That's not the right word, but he definitely seems like he's enjoying that role.
There's that charisma,
that flair.
Yeah, being that more offensive-minded guy when he's been that defensive-minded guy for so long, and I think he does a pretty good job with it. He's got the pace to recover back, so you can still have a back four. But I like him on that right side. I don't see necessarily any drawbacks for him playing there. And yeah, I think he's an exciting player on that right hand side.
And again, like this is a side that is kind of coming back together. The you have that's how I see it sometimes. Like you have the Justice League, but like the Justice League has to take care of their own stuff. So that's why like Superman goes out here, the Flash does here. Like they have their own individual assignments. They're starting to come back. We have to assemble. We have to start practicing. We have to make sure it makes sense. Just go with it.
Keep going.
Do we have a team full of Batmen, to borrow something that comes from the Philadelphia Eagles? Or do we have some Batmen or some Robins on the team? Or is it just full on just alphas at this point and just dogs in this team?
It is. I love that, actually. I love that. That's pretty spot on. These are players that can be starters anywhere else in the USL, essentially. Like, every single one of these players can start at any other USL club. Jack Blake was just tunnel vision this game. He was on another level. I think it's the best performance Jack Blake has given this whole season, which is exciting, especially coming into playoffs now.
This is when you want to peak.
Yeah, exactly.
And as Nate Miller's probably really enjoying right now, Jack Blake is definitely on his way, and hopefully like this is the beginning of form.
So that's the thing. Who do you like better as a 10, Guido or Jack Blake?
Well, that was kind of what I was gonna say. Did you see Guido at all? Maybe in the locker room, on the bench, in the boxes. Like, was he anywhere to be seen?
He was ill.
Right? I did not see him. I'm not sure if he made the trip up or not, and which I don't think is the end of the world, right? If you're trying to keep guys fresh, you might be giving him a night off, particularly when you got a little bit more health up top. I know like I said, you're still missing Moon. But you're hoping, you got Toomey who didn't play even, right? So you've got guys on the bench who are going to be those position players. But I liked Jack Blake where he was. His family's in town, which I think was another reason why he was playing really well. It was really nice to see him smile and talk about how important that was. But I mean, Virtual Statman basically said, like, I think last year and this year he has more goals outside the box than inside the box, and so that just gives you a little bit more offensive flexibility where you're not just trying to get guys into the box. Guys have to mark that guy and Mark Blake at the top of the box, very similarly to what Milan Olaski does from time to time, as a guy who he scores in the box, but he also is a guy who's dangerous from right out and right outside the 18. If you have guys who can score from there, it makes the defense have to account for them and close them down, which then opens up space behind him. So if Jack Blake can get going like this is just another attacking weapon. That, you know, if Kyle Vassell's not scoring, Conway's not scoring, Thomas Mong's not scoring, you have a guy who has ability to put the ball in the back of the net, or play well enough to pull guys out to open up spaces. So it's like a guy like Thomas Mong can score.
And the way that just Jack Blake was directing traffic, like if you take a look at this play that doesn't end up in a goal, right? You have Elijah here on the right. You can just tell right there, Jack is already making the Blake. He has the idea. He has the foresight of that space that he has in front of him. Put it right here in front of me. You can see Elijah was actually going to do something else. He was going to probably pass it back, but he just stopped himself and said, okay, here you go. Puts a shot cross. You create chaos on the box, but
I'm not sure that
you have to score that. You have to score that. Like, it's a okay save. Okay. But you got to just lace it.
It's a very tight
just
angle. Like
destroy the goalkeeper's face.
I can see the miss. I can definitely see it because it's a tight angle. You're so close to the goalkeeper. As soon as you just like kick it with your toes, hope for the best.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. That's
for sure.
That's the way to see this. But then just
a
couple minutes in, you have this just beauty.
Nifty move to feed it in, and this one is going to be.
Am I the only one that thinks that pass is genius? Like, it looks like he's going to take a shot. And I'm pretty sure OC knows that this man has a foot on him. He can shoot from anywhere. And just completely jukes them out with that pass.
Yeah, and I thought the pass was great. I thought when Among took the touch, I was like, oh, that's a heavy touch. But he puts it out into a spot that really puts Rakowski in a bad position, that he's changing the angle so quickly that maybe it is a heavy touch. But I think he changes the angle so quickly that Rakowski isn't quite set, and it opens up a bunch of different shooting angles for Among to kind of just play wherever he wants to, right? It's kind of like the old NHL 94 where you come across the face of the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper just can't move vertically or horizontally fast enough. And so it really makes it hard because he's trying to square up the shooter, but the ball's moving so quickly to his right that he's having to shuffle and he's just not quite set. And then Thomas Among has that full right-hand side just to bury almost like an open net. But yeah, he looks like he's going to shoot and guys react, but it's all about deception, right? That's what Maradona would talk about. Like, soccer is deception, and good players take their skills, draw people out with that fake shot, and then a pretty neat little touch from Thomas Among to put it wide enough that it changes the shooting angle that there's no chance for Rakowski to get to his left quick enough.
It's a great play. Like,
the play starts there for him. He's looking up completely. Like, it's all about, the minutia of things, right? Like, people ask, like, as a goalkeeper, like, oh, how do you know when to dive? And like, you just see the body composition and like, you just see it enough. There's only so many outcomes that happen from that you just read and know how to position yourself. This is, again, same thing. The entire body is at play. That look up of, I'm gonna shoot. I see you there. Like, there's no way I'm not seeing you coming and closing in. I'm gonna shoot. Is the trick. And then just quickly, I'm gonna load up. But you already have the idea of, I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna pass this for sure. It's genius play. Honestly, it's just it takes a different mindset to be able to pull that off, and it's just a natural instinct for Jack Blake. Which is great that he's at this level. Again, it's right before playoffs. You want players at their best at this time right now. Again, Jack Blake was just so impressive on that night.
But let's talk about Ilovsky. Milan. Man, that guy's something else, dude. Like, we've said it every time we see them play. He's been that constant, clearly goal-scoring threat, a top talent in the league. Is he going to be MLS bound, do you think? Is he going to stick around in the USL for a bit? if so, how do we get our hands on the local brothers? Let's take both of them. Like, let's go. They both scored.
I mean, who do you take, Iloski or Amang?
I mean, it kind of depends on where you want to play him, right? Like the benefit Among has is, I mean, his aggressiveness does get him in trouble from time to time, but we've seen him like just knock guys around, and it puts a different type of pressure on the back line. Like Olaski is a guy who can do that with speed, but like this goal is the other thing that makes him really gifted, right? He's not just a poacher. He's not just the guy who's gonna like break behind the back line. He's the guy who's gonna find that space at the top of the 18 too, and really make you pay if you give him any space. And unfortunately for Orange County, they don't have that secondary guy per se that guys can close when they close down on Olaski. It opens people up behind him. Yeah, and Damas was doing something similar, maybe at a higher level consistently than Milan Olaski. But I think really, if you're thinking about last year to this year, it's not like Milan Olaski is essentially doing what Damas is doing and doing it well. It's just their back line and their defending is not nearly as good as it has been in the past. And so you're watching a really special player that I don't think is long for USL, right? You have Haji Berry, who was last year's Golden Boot winner, getting sold for, shy of $1 million to Egypt,
and that's huge.
So, yeah, with a guy like Milan Olaski, he was kind of a MLS player that kind of didn't work out in Real Salt Lake, got sent down to Real Monarchs, and I was just like, I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna rediscover my form. Very similar, like maybe not like a Rubio, but very similar to that, right? Like I'm gonna relaunch my career. You know what I mean? He's only 23. Like there's no he's an American. He's 23. There's no reason why an MLS team maybe doesn't look at him again, or some other league that's similar doesn't give him a look, because on a last place team to get a Golden Boot, like you've got to be really good, right? Like you are the offense, and you're still scoring 22 goals in the season. Like everybody knows he's the offensive threat for Orange County, and he still scored 22 goals, and none of them PKs, right? That's like Milan Olaski is not the PK taker, which I think is another reason why his season's been so impressive. Is he's not taking Orange County's PKs, and he still has 22 goals.
Yeah.
How do we get him to join Loyal?
And I think if you like want to talk comparison, right? Like you kind of hope that some of the players on the San Diego Loyal squad would do some of the things that are asked of, at that level, right? Like you're young, you have a lot of talent, but at the same time, it's one of those things where if we're talking about like investing time and money and just equity with the supporter group at this point, like say what you will, just in the soccer context, like you gotta desire somebody like Milan Ilovsky at this point. Just it's just the prototype of what you wish a project would be here in the USL with a young American talent like that. Wouldn't you agree, Alan?
Yeah, and I think this also kind of shows Orange County's approach is sign talented young people, give them the opportunity to be successful, and then sell them on, right? They've sold guys in the past that might have actually helped them.
Do much selling,
right? But it's just their philosophy, right? Like you saw a kid get his first professional assist on the Brian Olaski goal to draw it even. They gave a kid his professional debut at the age of 16 on Saturday, and so that's just their approach, right? They're going to find value and try to drive it up and take some chances on guys, right? The same thing with like Kubo Torres. But we've done similar things with Rubio Rubin, right? You take a chance on a guy that is probably better than the level is, and hopes that he works out. Now that was we weren't going to sell him. But I mean, you think about the value that Milan Olaski can bring. You're looking at a pretty good sell-on fee if you had him on a 2-year contract to sell him on. Because I like I said, I just don't think a guy like Milan Olaski is going to be a guy who hangs around in the USL for very much longer.
What a bummer, because I want him in San Diego. That'd be great. We should reach out to him, get him on the pod, ask him,
That'd be cool.
Hey, bro, would you ever play for Loyal in San Diego, hometown?
Yeah.
And then we're the reason why he signs to Loyal. Wow.
But that's what's crazy is there's tons of talent here, like the Lasky brothers from Escondido. You got Aiden Quinn, who has San Diego connections. Like, there's a lot of guys from this area. We have a couple that have gone through the team as well, that if you think in the next couple of years, if San Diego Loyal does a really good job, they're signing those guys off the bat. They're signing the next Milano Lasky. They're sending the next Aiden Quinn, because those guys are in San Diego's backyard. It's just when the team's new, you know, you're maybe not going to draw the same type of guy that maybe a more established team is going to draw, but you're establishing yourself as a team that players want to go play. And if they're going to stay in their hometown, that's the way to do it. And then again, you only have a certain number of spots and there's tons of talent. So guys from your neck of the woods are going to go sign somewhere else, right? Like, Orange County signed a kid from the Phoenix area. Like, Phoenix Rising wasn't signing that kid. He signs to Orange County. But again, that's their philosophy, right? Sign young kids, develop them, and they have the academy to do it. And San Diego's just starting that out. So again, that's kind of a long-term goal of San Diego, is developing that academy so you can give those young kids a chance to develop in their backyard and then sign for the first team. So they're not signing for Orange County or for Phoenix or for, Real Salt Lake.
And then.
Oh yeah, este golecito.
And then
this okay goal. This.
Here, I'm gonna mute you and me. Let's just watch.
Everything they say is being heard.
Olasky trying to throw off San Diego mentally, get in their heads by standing so close.
2 goals for Jack Blake, and make it 3! A curving, sensational shot!
Oh, and it in swings into that far post. Well done by Blake, just to take that shot with his instep and see that opportunity over the wall where
What a goal.
What a goal. What a banger. Is that a banger? Certified banger?
Certified banger.
What's wild is that the game, I thought he missed it by the goalie's reaction. Like, you see a goalie react like that, you're like, oh, that went wide because of my perspective. And then it was in. I was like, damn, that was that good.
Yeah, he couldn't see the ball coming, especially with 3 Loyal players added to that wall. It just, you're a goalkeeper. How bad does the vision get? So you add other players from your team to that wall.
There's a rule, and I don't know what FIFA stands right now. I haven't looked it up in a while, but like, there used to be a rule where you cannot have your teammates as part of the wall, right? Like that
it has to be a meter away.
Yes, but like, even then, it's not chivalrous to do. Let them beat you. Let's go. Like, if you want to shoot from there, shoot. Let's go. But my guys are going to defend me. None of this. Oh, I'm going to put like this whole like laying on the floor thing. I cannot stand that.
Why?
I cannot stand that. A goalkeeper should have his first post covered at all times. He should have that covered. I'm sorry. Like, that's my personal philosophy as a goalkeeper. You shouldn't need that extra help because you're just taking away somebody else in defense, because then they're going to do some sort of little tricky play and they're going to get you that way and embarrass you that way. No, I'd rather be beaten one-on-one, mano-a-mano. Let's go. That's literally just a very specific preference for myself in this sport.
Then why set up a wall?
Ooh.
Well, because that's my team versus your team. You're not putting your team in mingling them and trying to be deceptive and like, I'm gonna put my tallest guy in front of you so you can't see. Like, no, like, I'm gonna put my tallest guys. Let's see if you can beat this wall of us. See if you can beat us. You, the individual, the sniper, the guy. Either way, this goal was good. Either way, this goal was gonna go in. Like, sure, like. There's no way this was not gonna go in, especially the way Jack Blake was playing at this time.
He knew,
like,
man.
Yeah.
Like I think as soon as he grabbed the ball, he knew, oh yeah, I'm banging this one in for sure. Like you just have that feeling as a player, and he was feeling it. He was feeling it that game for sure. I mean, you spoke to him after the game, right?
Yeah, I had a chance. It was an official interview, which you guys posted, and then I happened to be walking out of the stadium next to him, and that's why I asked him. I'm like, "How soon did you know?" Like he was like, "As soon as I kicked it." Like I kicked it, I was like, "I got it." It was like he knew right away.
Yeah.
And when you hit it that cleanly with that, like you know that ball is going to get up over the wall and get down into the goal, no problem. Like it wasn't even like one that like hits off the crossbar and down. It was like a clean hit and a clean goal. Like that is because that's just a great distance, right? That's enough to get it over and down. And it's like he's like, as soon as I hit it, like, and then just to be able to like run over to part of the locals, I think that's probably maybe where his family was too. Like that was just a special moment for him. And I think particularly if we rewind back to the beginning of the season, when
you know,
he had some, when he has some injuries, when he's
keep going.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch this 100 times.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going here.
When he had some injuries, he started a little bit slow. There were some question marks about like, hey, is this the right guy to be playing the team? For him to have like a game like this, and particularly the way he's been playing toward the end of the season, like you just have to be happy for a player like that who has played at a high level before, right? He's won the USL Cup with Real Monarchs. This is the guy you want going into the postseason. He's been there. He's a leader on the team, and he's playing really well. Like this is what you want, right? This is the star power that you need, because you might not get a goal from the guys up front, right? You're going to need a secondary goal. You're going to need a free kick. You're going to need something special at some point in the playoffs. And Jack Blake is going to be, that guy. I think Charlie Adams has a role to play eventually too, but like the way Jack Blake's playing right now, like you just have to be happy for that guy.
So essentially he was playing as an attacking mid, right? Number 10 spot.
Yeah, he was kind of playing that Guido role, right?
So with Jack Blake at this level, if he can play like that in that position, who do you start if you have the chance, Guido or Jack Blake?
This angle, sorry. Keep going.
Who do you start, Guido, Jack Blake?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the tough decision, right? That's the good decision to have right now is you have, 4 or 5 people, because you have Toomey in that conversation too, right?
Yep.
And so you have a lot of guys that you can play. And I think it's maybe dependent on your opposition, how much space, how much speed, what type of ball control do you need? It's a tough decision, and that's why I'm not a head coach, because I don't want to make that decision of Blake or Guido, right? If when Moon comes back, that is another wrinkle to the equation. Right now you have more players than you can possibly fit, but now you also have some options off the bench too, right? That give you the same level of play. So 70 minutes in, you don't have a drop off in talent. You are basically trading like for like guys who can do and get the job done.
So what I'm hearing here is there is no excuse when everybody's healthy. Because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to your decision-making, Landon, your decision-making, Nate, your decision-making, everybody who runs soccer ops. It is your decision which 11 you put out there for that home playoff match. The adjustments you make throughout are going to define you, because this is pretty much what you've asked for. This is, I think, it's the first round, yes, but it's different. It's an extra step from where we were. It's a away match. Now there's a little bit more into it. Like you're a better team. You're performing better. You have better players. You're in a better spot. There's no excuses when it comes to playoffs.
Yeah, so to wrap this game up, they get tied in the last minute. We know that. They still clinch that second place spot, which is huge. We were talking about it a couple weeks ago, right? If they're able to get the home playoff advantage all the way up to the Western Conference Championship final, they have a very good chance of taking it all. And that's essentially what they do. You were very hesitant to actually say openly, yeah, they're going to get second place for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't believe it.
And it happened now. So now, essentially, you kind of have to put them on the map, right? In the USL overall. The San Diego Loyal is very good at home.
Yeah.
We have to see how they play Sunday.
6 clean sheets.
That's so impressive. But how confident are you guys now to say San Diego Loyal is going to reach the conference championship final? Now that you know they're going to play at home up to that game.
Depending on the opponent is not an answer.
I was going to say, depending on the opponent.
You son of a bitch.
I do think like the ending of the Orange County match does raise some questions, but you basically put Morgan Hackworth in as your striker. So I wouldn't say that like the end of the Orange County game is the biggest question mark, right? They gave up that late goal, which you don't like to see, but again, basically you're up a goal late, you're going for the draw because that's all you need to guarantee that second place. And so you substitute mostly defensive players who maybe aren't really well or really aren't used to playing with each other. And then Orange County is basically throwing the kitchen sink at you. It is a little bit of a problem because you're going to be up, maybe you're going to be up a goal and you have to defend. But I do think, I think they have a really good shot at winning that first match at home. I think the question marks come in for that second match. You put yourself in a really good position, but we've seen the playoffs, freaky things happen in single elimination games. But I think San Diego did the best job that they could to guarantee the best outcome. So I feel 70% confident that they'll get the second home game, and then I think past that is kind of a crapshoot. It's 55-45 to make the conference finals, because you're going to be playing a tough team who is either hot because they're coming in like the 6-7 spot, like they're coming in hot, or you're playing a really well established team like Sacramento, like Colorado, that has the pedigree. Like we saw what Sacramento was doing to MLS clubs in the US Open Cup, right? Like freaky things happen in single elimination games, especially in soccer. So I'm not 100% confident. I don't think anyone can be.
You're confident.
I said it like a month ago, that Loyola are going to win the USL championship. They're going to win it all.
This is still a bold claim, and you know what? You're the only one on this trio, on this triumvirate, that is saying that. So kudos to you. Triumvirate is the vocabulary word of the day, by the way.
I mean,
what do you think it means?
I don't know. How do you
triumvirate?
Oh,
this is actually funnier. How did you spell that?
I got it right.
You did not get it right by saying triumvirate. It's a trio of three leaders.
A group of three men holding power.
Hey, some say this is just the men talking soccer. So
the unofficial coalition of Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus in 60 BC.
Absolutely, that was where it all started going downhill for Rome. Seriously, when they started giving power to different emperors, that's when it was.
Like, I wouldn't say I'm unconfident. I'm just saying, like, let's enjoy the ride as long as it lasts. Like, I think a cup run is something that's possible, but I wouldn't say it's like I'm 100% certain that Loyal are going to win it all. I think they're amongst the handful of teams that's a very real possibility. But that East Coast, I think maybe an East Coast trip for the final will be difficult. I think if San Antonio survives, going to San Antonio will be difficult. So it's going to be hard, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I'm not as confident as Chiva, but I've always tried to be not too high, not too low this season. And so I'm not trying to be too high right now.
To the face. That's his level of confidence. Just really up there. And you know what? It's good to be positive. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the chat and at Torero and in the Discord that are as positive as you are. So I hope it happens. I hope that's the case. But I think that's the best way to see it. Just enjoy the ride, see where it goes. If you get heartbroken, I can't really say that I was heartbroken last year, just because of how sad it was, like just the way it happened and went out in such a boring.
I think I got more emotionally invested with this team this season more than last season.
Yeah. I like. There's no Ben Spencer for you, so that's addition by subtraction.
You guys dropped that motherfucker, and I fucking became an even bigger fan.
Jeez.
Excuse my language.
If you want to go to this match, sold out. Sorry. Sorry.
Sold out, guys. Sorry. You can't find tickets anywhere anymore.
Cannot find tickets, and you can still get tickets, I think, for the home playoff. So tickets on sale. Clenched. Look at that. Cool little
weekend of October 21st. Are you gonna be there on Sunday, Alan?
Yes, I will be there on Sunday, and I think this is an important game to get guys in and ready to go, but ultimately also making sure guys stay healthy. But this is, there's a little bit to play for with how New Mexico came into the house last year and got a draw. Power rankings, where do I put San Diego? I would put them probably top 5 right now. Like San Antonio is obviously good, really good. Louisville's playing really well. Memphis 901 is kind of the dark horse team out east. Tampa Bay and Detroit are both good, but I would put San Diego probably above Tampa Bay. They had a hard time with Monterey Bay. I put them probably right around where Tampa Bay is. So 4 or 5. But I don't think there's a huge difference between those teams, right? San Antonio is impressive in that they don't lose very often, but they're also not banging in 3-4 goals. But San Antonio has not lost a game that they scored a goal in, which is worrisome for San Diego because clean sheets aren't necessarily their go-to move. But I would put San Diego kind of in the top 5. Like if I was picking like title contenders, they would for sure be one of them. But they have to go through at least 1 or 2 other title contenders to get to the opportunity to play for a title. Yeah, so I would put them in that top echelon of teams that are realistically in the title hunt for sure.
I put them at 3.
I
don't know about other USL teams as much as Allen, but for example, Memphis, 61 points on the table, but they do play a lot of those Eastern Conference teams, which we kind of know they're not as good as the West Side teams.
Memphis.
So I'm putting Loyal over Memphis. I'm putting Loyal at 3 just because they do have a tougher schedule. They have beaten better teams overall. They have 65 goals in the season and are the highest scoring team in the USL.
Look at you doing research.
I'm putting in number 3.
Damn, Chiva putting in a shift.
That's not a bad shout.
I'm here for the ride, guys. Wherever we
Loyal
go,
country.
where we go.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
And they were orange.
Do you have any more NFL news for us? I was thinking about that the other day.
Do I have any NFL news? Apparently Tim Tebow is playing really well for the 49ers. I heard
Yes.
He had a pretty good night tonight.
Yes.
Everyone's like Tebow.
Yes.
So
Tebow.
It's nice to see him back in football instead of baseball.
I didn't know that TiVo made a comeback and started running commercials. TiVo, a hell of a device back in the day, early 2000s. TiVo.
Yeah.
You never know what a TiVo was?
Early 2000s. I'm living in TJ. I'm 5 years old.
I was living in Mexico too. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Where you can rewind TV for the first time ever.
Yeah.
You didn't know that was possible. You didn't know that was possible.
No.
Apparently TiVo paused the Rams defense tonight.
Oh!
All the time we have for Allen.
Really cool thing, that San Diego Loyal did was this. I don't know if did you see this, Alan?
I did. I was confused at what it was.
You know what this is, right?
Simulated stadium.
Remember when our work, Chiva, made us do this curriculum and just threw stuff at us for BizTown or like...
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what this is. Coverage you can count on. Hey, Marianne Kushi is a San Diego legend, bro. Like she's what's up. That's her.
So when my kids go to Biztown, they're gonna see San Diego Loyal there.
They are going to see San Diego Loyal and San
But they
Diego
already went to
Loyal.
Biztown
Wow,
this
this
year.
is all bad news. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so they have a little establishment there. So Biztown is pretty much like a mock of what it's like to run some jobs, be the CEO of something, be the mayor for a day, and really cool stuff here. You can be we can be Weston Bray, like you can sell tickets, like be a really cool dude and have really awesome hair, bro.
I saw, dude.
Or you can be a Ricardo, el amigo de todos. Presidente Ricardo. Who wouldn't want to be
How do
Ricardo?
you say president in Portuguese?
Presidente.
Presidente.
Probably. I don't know. Sorry, Ricardo. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool. So I mean, to be
Okay, we get it. You want to work for Loyal? Hit him up already.
no, I'm okay right now.
Well, as long as they, unlike Chattanooga Red Wolves and apparently almost every NWSL club, hopefully they treat their employees well. I haven't had a chance to read that report yet, but yeah, as long as they're treating their employees well, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so that's really cool for the children, for the community. There's a couple things. There was another thing that they did, and I'm just highlighting again. I want to make sure that we're highlighting the cool things that they do too. It's not just all doom and gloom.
No, we'll leave the trashing to 619 Soccer.
Yeah, 619 Soccer does. You don't have an Instagram, Alan, but
619 Soccer is pretty well hated
is
on Instagram.
not a friend to a lot of people in the community. He's just
Very
takes liberties.
Very pessimistic paragraph.
Takes liberties, artistic liberties, with his periodicals. Shout out to the boy. But yeah, so that's really cool. You're going to be there. I'm not going to be there, Alan. I'm going to be in Las Vegas.
Sin City.
It's going to be a challenge. I'm staying at the Excalibur, a 3.5 rated hotel, guys. 3.5 star rated.
It's not a bad hotel. It's nice. You'll like it.
I mean,
It suits you.
what? What does that mean? It does have, if you really think about it, does have a really cool like Game of Thrones, House of Dragon vibe. If you're like, I'll go in like House Valerian.
I know you're chill like that, bro.
I thought that Chiva was saying it's because Tony, you're the king, and so you're staying in your castle.
Ooh, called me the king. What would you be in a court, Alan? I mean, I know what you would be.
Probably the jester.
Well, no.
The troubadour, the guy who's just like,
yeah.
I'm gonna play
You
music,
would have
and
the
hopefully you don't murder me for not liking my music. Yeah.
What would you be, Chiva?
Not the person that types that shit because I can barely speak.
No, what would you be in a court, in a king's court? Like, who?
King's court. I thought you meant like actual court.
No.
Shit. I would be. I don't know. What positions are there?
I mean, yes, Alan. Yes.
Right hand to the king.
Oh boy, that king is dead immediately, gone.
Yeah, because I would be
Toast.
stab him.
I'd be the king. I'm sorry.
I would stab you.
I would be the king, and I would die a very hilarious death, like, like incredibly funny. Like
your horse would go and you fall on the.
Like I was chasing a boar, a baby boar too, and like tripped and hit myself on
you would just
a willow.
drown in wine.
Yeah. In any case, Alan, I will think of you. I'll think of you, Chiva, in Las Vegas. I'm sorry once again. My thoughts are with you, with the cows and the population of manure-laying mammals in Sacramento that you're with.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk again about the cows later. That's just about the people that live in Sacramento. I did really dislike Sacramento. I've come to not have a fond thought of their airport is a bus station essentially.
It's got a really cool like jackrabbit thing that like hangs down.
Yeah,
It's
That's
true.
that's
fine.
that's NorCal cool, dude. Like
I've never flown
it's
in this
fine.
country.
you've never flown in this country.
New Mexico is also a weird place to fly into because you land and you walk into the airport and you're like, this is New Mexico. Like if you picture whatever you think of New Mexico, that's their airport. Like exposed wood beams, like weird carpet, like turquoise things. It feels very New Mexico.
Sounds like
There's some weird airports out there, man.
sounds like the Excalibur where I'm staying at with some reviews
Yep.
I've read.
I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
I will. I'll probably come out with like ringworm from the pool or something. Like it'll be
Just
fun.
don't. You can borrow Tatis's cream. I heard it clears it right up.
Bro, I could definitely use some steroids right about now. For recovery.
I know a guy.
For recovery.
I know a guy.
Like recovery purposes.
I know a guy.
Alan, with that, you're the best. Anything else to say to these wonderful people?
I love you all, and we'll see you soon.
Oh.
I'll see you Sunday, Alan.
Oh. Wow. You guys are real fun. Real fun. No, he left.
I'm gonna see him Sunday. Are you jelly? Are you peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah, because, like, I'm not going to be at the last, like, my next home game for Loyal
It's the playoff game
is the playoff game.
on the
High stakes.
weekend of the 21st, which ideally would be Friday the 21st, 22nd Saturday, or 23rd Sunday. I hope it's not the 22nd because we have an Inter game that day. So what would happen if Inter plays
At 7.
at 7 and then Loyal's home playoff match is at 7 on that Saturday? Do we talk to them and say, hey, I think
what a wonderful
this might be
day.
an off-pot discussion.
If you can knock the walk and play.
But anyways,
San
San Diego Loyal was not the only team to clinch a home playoff game.
You've got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm
hope
of
the
the
Mets
street.
win.
Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make
It's
things
the
better
23rd. Confirmed?
by working together.
Confirmed, Jason, 23rd.
pinches Mets.
Sunday the 23rd.
And those pinches Mets. You don't even know baseball, huh? Talking about the Mets. Hey, whoa,
I'll watch.
tranquilo, viejo. Can you gambit a card?
Like,
Hey, watch out.
nope. Oh, that was pretty good.
That was
pretty good.
dope.
That was pretty good.
Oh my, do it again. Wait, no, these are your cards. No, we need to play blackjack. No, we need to play blackjack.
It's a boomerang.
Deal me.
Do it
Deal me.
right now?
Deal me right now.
Ooh, Gambling on the
fucking now.
pot?
Right now.
All right. How many cards do you want?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. He's playing 5 hands of blackjack.
All right.
Did you saw the bottom one, huh?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay, cool.
See if we can get a better angle here.
Ooh, you got a 3 right. You got 6 right there.
Okay, if you have a 6 showing as a dealer, then I have a 3-3. You're gonna hit. That's a 6 total. That's 20. That's 11.
No, that's 13.
What? Yes, that is
Yeah,
13.
13.
13 with a 6 hit again.
17.
Stay.
You got blackjack.
Blackjack.
Right there.
21.
10.
Double.
Ooh. 18.
Stay at 18.
You got a 9.
9. Double.
Ooh. 19.
Let's
You got
go.
a 12 right here.
This is gonna bust. Hit.
Oh.
Bust.
Bust. All right. We got a
So
6 right here.
16.
That is 14.
14.
21.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. San Diego Wave. San Diego Wave have clinched playoffs, and they are going to go ahead and
Don't
play.
go to Vegas. Don't go. Don't play blackjack when you go, boys. Just
That
don't.
was really bad.
Just don't.
That was really bad.
You know what hurts more? When you go to the casino and you put $5 on the buster and it's going to be an 8-card bust, and
But
with
then
that
they
8
hit
card, they hit
21.
21.
Hit
I would
21.
have won like $2,000,
Every
$3,000 on that one. Isn't that crazy?
Um,
I'm so mad. I hate gambling, but I love it.
But there
boys.
are high stakes here. Talking about high stakes in the NWSL playoffs with San Diego Wave playing against Chicago Red Stars. Chicago Red Stars have faced against the Wave because, again, there's only 12 teams in this league, and they have played them a couple times. So it shouldn't be too strange for San Diego Wave to receive a team here at Snapdragon now. They seem to have made themselves at home.
What
Yes.
players are going to be available? That's the question. What is all like this? Like,
Because
there's players on international break duty as
yeah,
well,
there are
so-
players everywhere across the world. Sheridan, Kaylee Reel, Naomi Girma as captain, Capitana Girma. Like,
and boy, did she play like a captain.
she reminds me of Cesar Azpilicueta.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's a
it's
good
just
comparison.
because imagine a team of 11 Girmas, maybe offensively, like work rate, right? A team
That's
of
a good team.
a team of 11 Korniaks,
That's a good team.
a team of 11 Morgans. That's a good team.
Mhm.
A team of 11 Girmas, a team of 11 Turnbows would get fouled. Like, it's just red cards everywhere because she gets destroyed. Apparently, some insider information was that
She loves that.
she loves that competitiveness.
that
Like, she
aggressiveness.
does that aggressiveness.
She
Although
throws elbows, she does all that.
she
shit.
does like that, and she's like that, but we need to see a little bit more on that pitch in game day. Like, she does get tossed around a lot and fouled a lot, which is part of the game, but she needs to give it back.
I
Like,
love to see
she
a
needs
little,
to
just that.
be aggressive. McNabb in there, Emily Van Egmond, Belle Breedy, Turnbow, Sophia Jakobsen, and Doniak. No, and then we have returning to the game changers was Amira Ali, and then Jaden Shaw.
That's available as a game changer. You had Jodie Taylor as well. So you have good players. You have Shimmer, who had that video, that just amazing control and individual, like dominando la pelota, like 3 around the worlds, like back to back to back, like dope content from Wave there. But essentially, they tied this game. This game was not the most fun to watch, Tony. They ended up tying 0-0. First half, I mean, we have the content.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when the game itself is not, we don't have the best content for it, maybe we should just drop the press conference.
Yeah, we probably should.
Because why would we drop a vlog when the game wasn't the best and the content
It
maybe
really
the
wasn't.
best?
It wasn't ideal.
Like, it'd be maybe like a 10-minute vlog, and that's because probably like 7 minutes of it is going to be the press conference. That's why we haven't dropped that video, honestly.
I'm really curious to hear what your experience was. Media availability this week, boy.
What day?
There's absolutely no way I can make this
What day?
for San Diego Loyal.
But it's
Friday. I'm not here. Oh, it's virtual.
Virtual.
It's virtual.
Friday?
Yeah, but
I can do it.
okay.
12?
Yep.
I should be able to go on
Sounds
that
good.
time.
But San Diego Wave, once again, this game wasn't the most action-packed. Again, I'm curious to hear from Jason, Chris. Did Chris take Alicia? Maybe not. Maybe just abandoned the family and just went solo.
No, I think he took his kid.
I know.
Yeah. Let us know your experience at Snapdragon. I mean, some of
Did
you
you guys
went
like it?
for SDSU game.
You guys see it for the first time?
For a Wave game, 18,000 people were there. How was it?
The lower
Let us know.
bowl was sold out, which
It was the highest
again,
attendance
it's
this weekend.
really
in
good.
NWSL.
again, it's really good what's happening over there. Pogarth absolutely was
Oh man, did she have a hard time?
hard, hot garbage.
How did you
for the
trade?
first-
How did you trade McGrady for her?
By the way, let's make this clear. We criticize the players in general,
Based
soccer
on their
players, on their
Yes.
skills, their errors. I heard chirp, 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 chirp. People chirping about like, like you wouldn't talk about like, why do you talk about them this way? Like, no.
soccer players.
If I see Alejandro Guido screw up, I'm gonna say, pinche pendejo.
And I say that in the game, and I feel like I
Estúpido.
say it too loud, and then we're scared because
Pendejo. Oh my
Tony
God.
can witness to this, right?
Oh my god.
If a player from
Oh
Wave
my
does something stupid,
I'm
I
like,
say, no, que estúpida.
puede ser.
Que pendeja.
Ah.
We do that in
much
Spanish
like
with
we
the
would
guys.
do with everybody. So
Yeah. 100%.
Poe did not have the best game. The first half was just atrocious.
It was fucking
No
shit.
puede ser.
It was shit.
It was not the best. Luckily, Naomi Guerrero was on her A game. Luckily, some other players were on their A game. Luckily, you have Sheridan in goal. Again, that's a plus. You don't have Alex Morgan up front. Guess what? You have Sheridan in goal. Like, Alex Morgan did win the Golden Boot for the NWSL with ¿cuántos fueron? 15?
15
goals, 15 goals.
Not too shabby for a 32-year-old.
Not too shabby. So, I mean, if this is like Serena, if this is like, I'm trying to think like other goats in sports,
Marta.
like Marta, like she's got time. She's got time to like, and she's only gonna get better. But yeah. So 0-0 halftime. It ended up being 0-0 full time.
Security was a little harsh on Eli going up and down the stairs making friends. You know what? People went ahead and jumped into the field at the end of their season opener.
Yeah.
Home opener there. And so security, told by their supervisors, had to be a little more strict.
Yeah.
So sorry for that.
Yeah. And, you know, in general, it's like, yeah, not like it's just one of those things where people learn from the first game certain things, certain protocols. Even for us, we're a little bit different to begin the match. So it's just overall, it's their learning. It was their first experience. Inside baseball, we go in, and it's a beautiful press box.
Yes, it is.
And last time at the game, we had some pretty good enchiladas, some pretty good what was it? Enchiladas.
Some snacky snacks. They had
little pretzel bites, fruit. The fruit was good. This time we go in. They have a nice little salad I really liked.
Some
It's
pasta.
dope. Some pasta. And then some eggplant in the form trying to be an imposter pasta, an impasta.
And then some.
Laugh.
What was the dessert called again?
Cannolis.
What does the chingaste?
Those cannolis were
How
like,
many did you eat?
I ate two. Like, it's just, I ate two. Like, it was one of those things where I just couldn't help myself for that second one. And I had to go back. Like, I act like you've been there. I know, guys. I know. But those cannolis were really good. The plump chef that makes this food and, like, very, very, like, jolly, like is excited to, like, have you eat his food is, like, it's the best. He cares about his food. You can tell he tastes a lot of it, but that's what you like to see at
What's this picture we
Snapdragon.
got up here?
So right here, we got the road to the NWSL Championship, right? So you have on the left side of the bracket, the 4 seed against the 5 seed, KC. They will then move on to face OL Reign, who have the bye. These schedules are wild because if you get a bye, you don't play in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Which could be
it's
a bad
wild.
thing.
It could be a bad
Could be a
thing.
bad
You don't have
thing.
any momentum. You have to restart like from scratch.
So Wave play the 16th at 7 p.m. at Snapdragon. Houston plays the 16th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time against Kansas City. San Diego Wave, they win. They play Portland on the 23rd, which is the same day that Loyal's going to play their playoff match. Obviously, it's going to be at Portland. It'll be at 2 p.m. Loyal's game will most likely be at 7 p.m., which means we get to watch both, which is a good thing. That's if Wave gets there.
Sheridan, the way the announcer called her name felt like being at an airport with somebody
The
about
announcer
to
has
miss the
a name.
flight. The great Craig Elston.
Craig Elston. Kaylin Sheridan.
Kaylin Sheridan. And then when somebody does a cool play.
Hydration break.
Hydration break. Thank you for coming to Snapdragon Stadium. Gracias por venir al estadio de Snapdragon. Aquí está
La rugida de la ola.
La Rugida de la Ola. Shout out, Emor. One of the
Great job.
One of the guy that does the Spanish PA announcing, and he does some good stuff here locally in Spanish. Kaylin Sheridan. Yeah, it's part of it. If you go to the soccer's match, you'll get into it. Go to the soccer's match. Shout out! Everybody's talking about playoffs. San Diego Loyals playoffs. Wave.
There's one San Diego soccer
There's
team that wins championships.
Yeah. San Diego Soccers.
De Soques. Los calcetas.
The cheddar popcorn was super stale. Not buying that again, but the other food was good. We're getting a full review here.
You know what,
We're getting all the reviews.
What popcorn is good at Terrell Stadium? That kettle corn.
Oh, the kettle corn. That whatever crack that man puts in there is, it's working. It is working. So San Diego Wave have a home match, like I said, against the the Red Stars of Chicago. So that's going to be interesting. Get your tickets now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sold-out event for the tickets that they'll make available for that Sunday, October 16th. So there's still some time. We might be able to do it again and give some tickets away. Later on, we'll venture on that. So yeah, that's what we have. Let me get real quick the thoughts and prayers for the other teams. From Casey Stoney, which finally, I asked the question and she was like, okay with it. Like, it only took 22 matches for her to finally be like, oh, like, wow, like, to me at least. Kaylee Reel and then Sophia Jakobsen were part of the presser as well. But here is the main boss, who had a couple of smiles more than usual. I think she's just relieved that it's over.
Yeah, it's time for business, which she hates playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an absolute grind. We faced a lot of adversity this week. I think it's our biggest ever unavailability report. But it just shows the character and strength of this squad, that they can go out there and keep a clean sheet against a team that's been scoring a lot of goals. And with all due respect, Sean's a good coach and they're a really good side, and I think they showed that tonight. So the clean sheet was massive, the point was big, and I'm really pleased with the way we kind of gritted it out. And unfortunately we couldn't get a goal. Thought we had some couple of decent chances and didn't score. But then so did they, so I thought it was quite evenly matched in terms of chances. They obviously dominated the ball a little bit more, which, we'll look at and try and improve. But I have to be really pleased with a dogged performance and a point. I thought the players worked so hard tonight to earn that point, and I'm very proud of them.
By the way, their press conference room is super legit.
Yeah, we wanted to press high, so identified
first.
that if their centre backs have time on the ball and their full backs get really high and you can get overloaded, so we wanted to get pressure on their centre backs out. We wanted to release our wing backs, so we changed the system a little bit. Unfortunately, we had to flip the system in the second half because we had to take Emily Van Egmond off. She's got a bit of an issue with the quad. So we had to flip the system back to 4 because we didn't have availability in certain areas. But then again, we gritted it out, and again in the second half we changed system again. So my players' adaptability tonight was big. We wanted to try and stop them higher up rather than getting into our final third, because when you've got threats like Davina, Carolyn and players like that, and Tess Bodie, who just does not stop running. And I've got a huge amount of time for Denise O'Sullivan. I think she does a lot of work and has special qualities that people don't necessarily talk about. So good side. Just really pleased that we managed to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah. I know you talked about a team performance very good.
I don't know where Tony went, guys.
Yeah. Captain's performance, and
right now she's talking about.
I do say it a lot, like
and
she is, and I was a centre back, so I know
top class
centre backs when I see one, and that's why I was so adamant we took her first pick in the draft, because she is another level. And I don't think she was at her best against
I think
Orlando.
she could arguably be one of the best.
But even Naomi not at her best is still very good.
In
and I thought
WSL
tonight
history.
she was absolutely
Naomi Girma, pick number 1, arguably could be one of the greatest draft picks ever.
Did Tony ask this question already?
Not yet.
But yeah, I have to agree. Like, she's one of the best players out there. And where do you see this potential, right? Like this young potential where playing at top of the league, top of the flight, like they're just doing something good. That's when is she asking? Where is she looking at me?
Right there.
It's been a long long season. This league takes it out of you when you're traveling.
No, she's looking that way.
You weren't the last one. Were you?
That is me actually.
With this being match day 22, how do you see your team grow? We prepare for this playoff to match day 1, 2, and 3 already.
Compared to match day 1, match day 22, how have you guys grown?
I look at the Challenge Cup and we're a million miles from what we were then, thankfully. We can keep clean sheets, we can be resilient, we can show character, we can adapt systems, which we've done twice against these. I'd like us to maintain the ball a little bit more. That's something we need to continue to work on. But yeah, I think we've grown in our game understanding and the way we apply ourselves. And again, people coming off the bench and making a big difference again today.
Great question, Tony.
I was proud of it. I was really proud of that one.
Yeah, for sure. I think she's lining up to what type of questions people are asking, which at first she would just, you could tell she did not want to join those press conferences.
She probably still doesn't, but like.
Who does, right?
I would.
Well, that's what we have for local soccer. Now to go across the pond because there is the biggest tournament ever known in the history of club soccer.
Tournament of Power. Universe 7 versus Universe 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. No 6, because that one was destroyed. The Omni King has plotted all of the Z Warriors into a Tournament of Power. Kangoku beat Jiren as he finalizes his Ultra Instinct form, joining forces with the Great Frieza in his Golden Frieza form as Vegeta is now out, but Android 17 remains. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, the UEFA Champions League is here.
It's back after a couple weeks out, and we have Tuesday matches. 9:45 games. Bayern Munich against who? Victoria.
Mike Jones. Pisen.
Bayern 92% favorites.
Oh, shit.
8-0, 7-2, 7-1. No, 7-0, something like that, right?
We were looking at the team that they have. Gnabry, Goretzka, Mueller, like it's just stacked. The league. Like it's just a team that's Sane, Mane.
Still lacking a striker, but Mane will
figure it out.
Marseille versus Sporting. Like Portuguese teams are. Sporting is leading the group right now with 2 wins. Marseille 2 losses. I think Sporting keeps this momentum. They go 3-0.
It's really hard to decide with like Sporting, like how they're gonna do. Like, yeah, they're leading a group of equipo chiquitos, small clubs. Eintracht Frankfurt, Marseille, Tottenham. Like, honestly, Europa League sides here. So, I mean, I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Sporting. Like, why not? They'll take this one, even though the odds are against them in this one. Porto, Leverkusen.
Porto, 2 losses as well. Leverkusen, 1 win, 1 loss. Can Porto bounce back here? Not too sure. I'm going to go with the tie here. I don't think they bounce back. I don't think Leverkusen takes off the win as well. I don't know how you're feeling about that.
I think Leverkusen wins this one. Porto's been inconsistent.
Yeah.
And Leverkusen has surprised last game. They did pretty darn good.
Club Brugge, Atletico Madrid. Club Brugge is a team that does good.
I'm like, they did pretty damn good the last like non-Champions League, obviously, but that's Bayern at home, so whatever. Club Brugge, Madrid.
2 wins, leading the group, 5 goals, 0 goals against. Atletico 1 win, 1 loss.
Atletico will win this, I think, 2-1.
Atletico's not doing too good. I'm gonna go with that Club Brugge win, or a tie actually. I'm
You like that team?
I'm gonna go with the win. Yeah. They perform well in Champions League, at least the group stage.
Oh,
Ajax Napoli. This is gonna be one of the best games tomorrow.
You should do that in FIFA 23. Be Club Brugge. Napoli, Ajax.
I'm always gonna root for Ajax, even though Napoli's top in that group. Ajax is a very good team, and has Mexicans in their team. Chukis against Edson.
Edson Alvarez, the most expensive Mexican player in the world, against the second.
I guess. Tegatito maybe? No. That sounds about right.
So,
Frankfurt, Tottenham.
Yeah. I think Ajax will win that one. Eintracht Tottenham, it's a 0-0 all day. Tottenham's going to win that.
Yeah, I think Tottenham takes it. And they have probably the best game.
This just looks good on paper. Like I like just the optics of these two uniforms.
Second against third place, both 1 win, 1 loss. Barca just took first place in the league, so I'm gonna go with Barca here. But again, I don't
It's
know
not
what
the
to expect
Barca
from
old, like they're not world beaters. But yeah, I have to agree on that one. Barca wins.
Liverpool Rangers.
Liverpool Rangers.
It's not the same Liverpool.
Not the same Rangers without Stevie G.
Yeah, I think Liverpool take this one for sure.
Did you see what happened with Steven Gerrard?
What happened? What happened? Oh, let's not get
What
blocked while playing a
happened?
video.
Who said I'm playing a video? Shut your mouth. Jeez. Negative Nancy. Steven Gerrard parties with drug cartel boss. England legend is seen in video partying with Irish mob boss as it's revealed that his influencer daughter, Liliella, 18, is dating the gangster's son.
That's hard.
That's dope.
That's hard. That's
Hell
what's
yeah.
up. Is
Hell
that a
yeah.
bad thing? No, right?
I'm
You're
just
not
going to
friends.
say Lampard's daughters would never.
Hey, Steven Gerrard, I know you would chill like that, bro.
It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing.
We'll clip that and send it to him.
Just Steven Gerrard.
Salzburg versus Dynamo Zagreb on Wednesday. Yikes. Who's going to wake up to watch this? 9:45? You know what? 6-1 on soccer probably watches.
I eat, breathe, and live soccer, and even I will not wake up at that time for this game.
I think they tie this game.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll hand hug you for that one. Hand hug.
Oh.
What was that?
But just,
You have tiny hands.
fuck you.
Put them up.
Leipzig against Celtic.
Come on.
Celtic, third place. Leipzig, fourth place.
Tiny hands.
I'm going to go.
Did you ever watch that commercial for Burger King? Tiny
No.
hands.
No.
Okay.
What's with all this bullying today?
There's no bullying going on.
What's this?
Leipzig is going to win that one.
Sure. Chelsea, Milan. Your boys.
Ooh. So
Last place against first place.
they've been spit
I
swapping.
swear, if you
some-
lose to Serginho Dest, I'm
They've-
going to clown on you.
I
guys.
mean, that means Pulisic wins. There's no winning in that regard.
a tie would be the best result.
A tie would not be the best result. Chelsea should win this. They have a good relationship with AC Milan. There's been some good business going back and forth with them, mostly from here to there. Thinking of like Bakayoko, like.
I don't think you guys take this. I think Milan takes it.
I think you're full of malarkey. I think Chelsea is going to win that. And then Maccabi
Juventus.
Haifa will totally destroy Juventus. This Juventus size is not the Juventus of Pirlos, of like...
I can see them winning. I can see it happening. Juventus is just utter shit right now. I'm going to go Maccabi Haifa on that one. Real Madrid against Shakhtar. Shakhtar always surprises Real Madrid, but Real Madrid are very dominant in Champions League. I'm going to go Madrid win.
Yeah, in Donbass Arena in the Ukraine is where some of these players are from right now, and they're having they're having a tough go about it. Everyday life over there. Real Madrid is gonna win that one.
Sevilla Dortmund. This is a pretty good one.
That looks cool.
I'm going Dortmund regardless. Dortmund is
I can see a
topping the
tie
table
here
right now. Benfica PSG. Oof, Messi's playing good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go PSG.
I like the way Messi's playing right now. He's just slowing down. He's just like that. He's just pulling the strings, having a good time.
Good free kick.
Yeah. Jack Blake would be proud.
Yeah, Jack Blake would be very proud. Messi, hay niveles, you know?
Man City versus Copenhagen.
Man City, if you don't win this game 10-0, I'm going to be so upset.
If they don't, that means Copenhagen probably beats
Man U.
Man U 3-0 easily.
1,000%.
Man, that was
Let's
tough
go.
to
NFL.
watch. Tough to watch.
That's all the soccer we have. We don't have anything
It
else to talk
is
about.
impressive. Just it
Don't
just
show
keeps-
anything.
It's not getting showed,
Okay,
boy.
I don't
Again, you need to
wanna-
relax. Again, that's twice this episode where you jumped the gun. Relax,
Don't show
boys.
anything. I don't want to watch this.
You close your eyes. You're still gonna listen to it.
Gomez.
Oh man, Erling Haaland.
Hat-tricks. 3 successive home games. Look at me, Dad. Look at me, world.
Fuck you, Dad.
Oh, hey, don't take it on his dad. Dad didn't do anything.
Yeah, he made that. He made that monster.
He made that
He
thing.
made that thing. It's. I want that dude drug tested.
Who?
Haaland.
You mean Daemon Targaryen, bro?
I want him tested
The prince
for
of the West.
for performance
fucking-
enhancing drugs. There is no way this guy is that fucking unstoppable.
Why
Like,
didn't they
there's
say?
no
Why
way.
didn't they say that about Ronaldo? Why didn't they
That's
say
what
that
I'm
about Manchester United? Like, why didn't they?
No, I
You know?
want this guy tested, bro. Like, not even just him. How do you let 2 players score a hat trick in the same game against you? Foden got a hat trick too.
Phil Foden got a hat trick against Manchester United. So what's going on in Man U? Okay, let's.
No,
okay,
there's
they're
nothing
great.
bad going on. Man City's just that good. We beat Liverpool. We beat Arsenal. Like, there's nothing bad going on. They didn't play that bad. It's just Man City's that fucking good. How dare you say what's going on over there? No.
What's going on?
We're
over
going to
there,
beat
dude?
Chelsea as well when we play you
You
guys.
are not gonna beat Chelsea.
Yes,
Just
we are.
shut your
No,
mouth
yes,
right
we are.
now.
We are better than
Shut
Chelsea.
your
We're better
mouth right
than
now.
Liverpool.
You know damn well better than anybody watching that game that's gonna end in a 0-0 match. Come on,
That's a fact.
come
That
on.
is
Let's
true. That is true.
let's not kid ourselves
That
here.
is true. No, but Man U is not bad. They're not like before. I think they were a very good squad. Anthony scored a freaking banger as well.
I mean,
You put in Martial and scores a brace coming off the bench. One of them was a PK.
I mean,
You essentially won the second half 3-2 against.
don't
Manchester
give me
City.
that. Do not give me. We won the
It's just so happened that they scored 4 in the first half.
They scored 4 and destroyed you in the first half.
It's okay. It's okay.
The
Man City,
first half was gross. Like,
it's all good. I'm not too worried. I don't think Man U is gonna win the league or compete for the league. They are gonna get to Champions League. Man U's gonna win the Europa League for sure.
Erling Haaland, fastest player to get to 3 hat tricks. It took him 8 appearances in the Premier League to do this. Michael Owen with 48, Ruud van Nistelrooy with 59, Fernando Torres, El Niño Torres, and Andrew Cole with 65.
So is Erling Haaland, does he have the potential to be the greatest striker in history?
Who is the greatest striker in history? I mean that.
Ronaldo.
Okay. Wait. Phenomenal.
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure. Maybe. Yeah.
Pelé striker? No, right?
I don't know,
Phenomenal.
bro. They didn't have strikers back then. It was just
Phenomenal,
like
right? Has to be the
go.
greatest striker right now, like striker.
Who's the greatest striker, guys? Who's? ¿Quién está aquí?
But
¿Quién
can
está aquí?
Haaland? Do you think he can be the greatest striker?
Who's the greatest striker of all time? Let us know.
Oh.
Oh. Hi. Hello
Was
there.
that
Oh.
Hello there.
Do you disagree, Light? Like, no. Raul was the best striker of all time.
That's a good shot.
That's a good.
shot,
That's a good one. Here, let's type in best strikers in soccer history.
Ronaldo's not a striker. Jared Mueller. Mueller was good.
Jared Mueller was good. Here, this is
A
Google
long
just throwing
list.
stuff. The Bleacher Report is dumb sometimes.
Number
So
one was they're going 50.
Inzaghi, Dennis Law, Marcelo
Let's
Salas.
go to the top 5.
Top
Let's go to
five. Top five. Okay, let's start at 10 actually.
Okay.
Let's start at 8, 9. Okay,
Van
Marco
Basten.
Van Basten. Okay.
Romario.
Romario.
Brasileño.
Okay, Kostic, sir.
Di Stefano.
Di Stefano, yeah, like just
Mueller.
historically, Mueller, yeah. Puskas, named after goals named after. Eusebio, the Portuguese Pele, is actually
I think Lewandowski's
really,
fucking better than
really.
half of those guys.
Eusebio had legs that were bent outwards. I'll just leave it like that. Like this was not shouldn't even have
Ronaldo's ranked
played.
number 2.
They better not
Norwegian
put
Ronaldo.
Messi. Oh, Maradona.
He's not a striker.
There. Okay, who is Bleacher Report gonna get wrong? It's either Maradona, Pele,
Pelé.
Messi, Ronaldo.
I think it's Pele. They're gonna put Pele on there. Pele. Can Haaland be better than
No.
any of those guys?
Forward. Okay. Yeah. Everybody was a forward back then.
I think Haaland can. Stats wise, numbers wise, skills wise, no way. Skills wise, but strikers wise, I think the position has changed to what it was before, right? Obviously, the position has changed, but just pure striker to score goals, a poacher, he will be the greatest in history at that position. I'm not saying he's going to be the greatest player of all time. There's no way he's better than what Messi and Ronaldo are. But poacher, striker, what that position is now, he is going to be the greatest ever.
I can see that.
He's a monster.
He's a monster. He's on a different level. Like, where does he go from there? Like, say he.
So how long does he stay at City for?
That's my thing. Like,
Agüero tried to stay until he won the Champions League. That never happened.
But I can see him getting it done, actually. Haaland can get a Champions
So the thing is, if City doesn't win a Champions League this year, where does Pep go? It's his last year in that contract. Does he? I don't think they extend him.
He
if
should
doesn't win
go
Champions
manage
League.
Spain.
PSG.
He should go manage Spain.
I think he goes back. I think he goes to PSG, manages Messi, Neymar, Mbappe.
Oh,
National team?
Bato, you have Christian Eriksen on Erling Haaland. What are you doing?
So with this goal, Varane wasn't. He was out because he was medical, so he wouldn't have scored that if Varane was there.
What happened with Varane? What was going on with Varane?
On that goal?
Yeah. Look at all those people around him.
He's taller. He was the tallest player in that field.
By a lot. So that was.
There's no way Licha Martinez could have stopped that. But we gotta do a pick for the Premier League.
Just really quick.
Yeah, the fans were leaving.
Fans leaving before halftime.
Can you blame them? It was 4-0 at half.
Damn.
All right, we have match day 10 for the Premier League pick'ems. Remember, you gotta pick a lock.
Okay.
I think at this point, since we had like 2-3 weeks of no games, we'll pick a. You can pick any lock except that it's like Man City or something. Sounds good?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right, you got Newcastle versus Brentford.
I think for that one, it will be a Newcastle win. Brentford, I get what I get sometimes. They're stellar sometimes, but sometimes they're just piss poor. Newcastle is on an upswing. I love Isak in that team. He's a really good player, Swedish forward.
I agree with you. I'm going to go with a Newcastle win. Bournemouth versus Leicester City. Leicester City, who won 4-0 today.
Leicester. So for that one, Leicester City can't. Well, they finally got some goals under them, so I think that keeps going. Leicester will win this one.
I'm going with the tie in this one. We got Man City against out. Man City. I'll just write that in for you already.
Thank you. Chelsea Wolves.
Wolves are not that good this season. They're 18th in the table. Chelsea should be able to win this. I'm going Chelsea.
Trap game for Chelsea.
Oof.
But they'll win it.
Okay.
Brighton, Tottenham.
I keep trying to type home and I'm writing ho.
Hey, whoa. Hey, vato.
Brighton versus Tottenham.
Tottenham. I hate picking them, but Tottenham will win this one.
I'm going Brighton.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think of Tottenham?
Shit.
What do you think of shit?
Tottenham.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all right.
That's all right.
We hate Tottenham. We hate Tottenham. We hate Tottenham. We hate Tottenham. You're not supposed to say thank you.
Well, I'm Craig Elston in this situation.
West Ham against Fulham. The Battle of the Hams.
You would know about that.
I'm going
Fatty.
Fulham. That's my lock. Fulham.
I'll agree with you on that one in the case that my lock is going to be West Ham.
Oh, okay. I like that. Crystal Palace versus Leeds.
We actually have something to watch this game for now.
Crystal Palace versus Leeds.
Crystal Palace will take that one. El Palacio.
I'm going to go with the American boys in this one, Leeds.
You'll be my American boy.
Arsenal versus Liverpool. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that. Ooh.
I'm gonna go Arsenal.
I'll go with the tie on this one. I'll go with the tie.
Everton, Man U. Man U wins.
I don't know.
Go Everton then.
I'll go Everton then.
All right, cool. Nottingham
That was-
versus
that
Aston
was
Villa.
Too easy.
I'm going Aston Villa.
Nottingham Forest can play a good game here and there.
Nottingham Forest is dead last in the Premier League with 6 goals in favor and 21 against.
Thank you. Just because of that, I'm going to go with Nottingham Forest.
Cool. I'm going Aston Villa here.
Your face is going to be mighty red.
Type toe again. That's what you think of me.
Oh, so that's what we have for Premier League. At that time, what we do have now is the other.
Yes, the other type of football.
Yes, Daddy. Okay.
My bad. We gotta talk about week 4 and review our pick'ems.
Review the pick'ems as you're pulling those up. We had, again, concussions. We had protocols not being followed. People being fired. The Dolphins-Bengals game. Dolphins-Bengals 27-15. Tua Tagovailoa comes out in a controversial manner. People were so shocked and scared. They're like, "Oh my God! Like the way his fingers did this and this. That's what happens in a concussion." People, for some reason, haven't seen it in football or just decided not to pay attention. But we've seen that in soccer. When John Terry got kicked in the face and just, like, rolled up.
Yeah.
Things happen like that. So, Bengals win that one 27-15. Who had what on that one?
We both had the Dolphins.
So, we both sucked on that one. I honestly was going to pick the Bengals because of that white uniform, but I didn't remember at the time that they were going to wear it.
Yeah.
Vikings Saints, the early game in London. The Vikings with a double doink miss end up winning this one in London 28-25. Good performance.
We both had the Vikings, actually.
Oh, nice. Seahawks Lions 48-45. Lots of points in this one. You have Geno Smith balling out. It's the I don't know, man. Like, it's the Freaky Friday body swap.
The Lions are team with the most points in the NFL, and they're 1-3.
That's sad, but they play hard. Williams coming in and playing very well. Goff is not playing that bad. Jets, Steelers. Oh.
Wait, for that one, we both had the Lions, so we were
both wrong. Jets, Steelers? You went with the Jets.
No, I went. Yes, I did go with the Jets.
You went with the Jets.
I did go with the Jets.
Wow, 24-20. Zach Wilson coming back for that one. Joe Flacco just handing off the reins and saying,
I'll give it to Pickett, though. He looked way better than Trubisky.
Yep.
He looked way better than Trubisky.
Check out those waiver wires for Pickett if you're in a 2-quarterback league. Bears, Giants, 20-12. You went Bears. Yeah,
I went Giants.
I went Bears. Man, terrible.
Go.
Titans, Colts, 24-17.
You went Colts. I went Titans.
You went Titans?
I went Titans.
Oh my God, you destroyed me this week. Chargers, Texans.
We both went Chargers.
Okay, cool. Chargers winning that 34-24. Justin Herbert somehow still alive. 23-20, the Falcons and the Browns.
We both went with the Browns. The Browns had it, and then they keep choking, man.
Keep choking it. Cowboys, Commanders, 25-10.
I went with the Commanders here,
and I went with the Cowboys. All right, got one back on that one. Eagles, Giants.
We both went Eagles.
The only undefeated team. Hell yeah, fly Eagles, fly.
The Jaguars defense looks pretty good, though. Not gonna lie.
They look all right. They don't look bad. Bills, Ravens. This was a good game. Josh Allen coming back, beating the Ravens 23-20. J.K. Dobbins coming back, stealing some points fantasy away from Lamar Jackson. Yeah. But the Bills got that one. Did we both say Bills?
Yes, we both said Bills.
Cool. Cardinals, Panthers.
We both said Cardinals.
Cool. You're still up by 2 or 3?
I'm still up by 2.
Okay, cool. Raiders, Broncos.
I went Raiders. You went Broncos.
I lost.
Yeah. I didn't think the Raiders were a team to go 0-4.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Williams, ACL tear on that one. Melvin Gordon, running back 1.
We won't bet Packers here.
Cool. Overtime game shouldn't have been gone to overtime. Wild game. Chiefs, Buccaneers.
You went Bucks for some reason.
Huh. Interesting. It's been a good one.
We both went Rams and the 49ers.
And the Rams absolutely
I beat you by like 4.
shit the bed.
You
You gave me an ass handing today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will gladly hand your ass to me. All right, so we do have week 5 coming up. That's all right.
Wait, I'm typing the players on the thing, on the games. Do you mind going over fantasy real quick with them?
Oh, going fantasy fast, boy. We'll go over the fantasy.
While I type the.
Well,
things
so we'll do, boy. Eat out. 3,
Appreciate
2, 1. Oh my gosh, look at me. I'm so cool. All right, so we had a fantasy ESPN. Let's go to ESPN because that's
we had an upset in fantasy.
There was, and I see him in the chat. Good old Brandon. Brandon, I know you tuned in at this time. You time it. You know when the NFL segment is here live on Two Balls and a Mic. So shout out to you. If anybody else is in the league, go ahead and talk your shit. Speak your words. But fantasy football, this was very painful for us because
we had a lot of injuries.
We do have a lot of injuries on our team, but it's still no excuse. We lost by 1.1 points. That is absolutely heartbreaking. We lost to that's what it was. Damian Pierce.
Yeah.
God damn.
He had that one
Damian
long run.
Pierce.
He had that one long freaking play, man.
Hey, bro, you should have played Keenan Allen, dude. Chris beats us. We are 2-2 now after this, and also Chris, who has some really good wine. From what it looks like, I'm down to go to the vineyard. Chris, Aisha. You guys are putting in hard work. It's pretty cool. This was like up at 1 a.m., 3 a.m. harvesting. You've seen that? It's wild. Shout out to them. SD Fleet, Weston versus Infierno Demonios. Ivan, the loyal matchup. Two standing loyal employees here. Weston moves up to 2-2 by beating Infierno Demonios. On that one, you have Kyler Murray finally reviving his fantasy relevancy. Aaron Rodgers in that match, pretty good. But 31 points by Justin Jefferson in England is an impressive one. Christian McCaffrey also putting up 25 points. He was seen injured throughout the week, but ended up playing, which is dopey dope. We have Jesse Beltran, the boy, beating and absolutely destroying your friend Danny Dimes, who just cannot catch a break.
And he
lost to
he really wants to win this league. This is the one league he's trying the most.
Gabe Davis sucked. Rashad Bateman was non-existent. Why would you put that guy there? What do you have on your bench? You left J.K. Dobbins on your bench, George Pickens on your bench. Well,
you still would have
lost. Jesse moves on to 3-1. Corbin is now 1-3. CSI Hernandez. Oh yes, Danny is now 2-3. We have CSI Hernandez 2-1. Now moving to 3-1 with the boy Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs. That's all you need essentially. That's half of your points. J-Pabs, who is now 1-3. Russell Wilson, all right, played well. Who let you down? Kyle Pitts is the bust.
Yeah,
he is a bust. So yeah, you just got beat by a better team this week. And then we have In Goff We Trust, which
good shit, Brandon.
You talk your shit.
Good
we will
shit.
highlight it because you took your time. You watched this. Corbin.
Yikes.
Okay. Right. Brandon Rodriguez versus Corbin.
Yikes. Yikes.
That's gonna be.
think Corbin goes 4-0.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Sorry. Your shit, Brandon.
Two Balls and a Mic is brought to you in part by Humboldt Pie.
We got a slice of that.
Hey, I like that.
Like that one?
We got a slice of that. Humboldt Pie. And by Tums. Fast-acting Tums reacts very well when you have acid reflux. Immediate acid reflux relief with Tums. Tums.
Estúpido. Eres un estúpido. Te amo por eso. Oh my gosh. Who else played?
Who else played?
Brandon beat the undefeated Corbin Williams and defending champion.
reigning defending champion Corbin,
Good shit, Brandon.
who got taken down a notch. The whole league celebrated this
And
one.
the White Broncos, he also tweeted about it.
White Broncos also tweeted about it. Let's
I think he tagged us.
let's
Yeah.
roll the clip. Yes, season's greetings, Hector.
Oh, there you go.
There he is. White Broncos keep running through the competition. The boy Tepicoloyo Aquiles Castro just cannot catch a break. He's actually 0-4 in all of his leagues.
Is he 0-4 in this one? I thought he won one.
Oh
no, he's 0-4.
He's 0-4.
I think I beat him in one of the leagues.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's great.
But all right. So looking up to next week. All right, we ate our humble pie. We'll see if we can put our mouth.
Week 5.
Edit. What does it mean? Edit. What can we edit? What?
I don't know.
The
What are
matchups?
week
Oh,
five?
let's mess up with the matchups. Week 5 we have Weston versus Ivan.
No, you're
Oh,
week 4, bro.
If you know the Demonios,
Ooh.
Jesse Beltran. We just saw him at Snapdragon Stadium.
It is a great matchup.
This is a great matchup.
Rivalry
The
matchup.
Boys.
They're friends. They're boys.
That's going to be very interesting. We should text them about it. Both 2-1. It's going to be interesting. We have J-Pabs against Weston. Weston, okay, getting some light. Now 2-2 against 1-2, 1-3.
Yeah.
J-Pabs, okay. Well, both at Weston will win that one. Both kind of slow start. CSI Hernandez is going to destroy your point, Danny. Danny's just going to
Oh, shit.
not
We play
win.
Corbin.
We play against the boy genius, against the champ.
This is essentially the number 1 seeded, like projected team against the number 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good matchup.
We need some players to come back from injury.
We got you. We got you, fellas. We'll get a Corbin
I'm gonna
another
look
loss.
into this camera, Corbin. We're going to win this week.
Neat. Tepicoloyo Aquiles Castro against Brandon. That's going to be a massacre. Brandon will win that one. And then, hey, White Broncos running away with it. And
Hey,
the
can
boy
you
Chris.
can you avenge us and destroy Chris?
Please
I hate
avenge
losing.
us.
All right.
Yes,
That's what we have
yes,
for
you
fantasy.
did. Yes, you did, Chris. You did. You win in a lot of things.
Are we waiting for the
beard
sweater?
game. You won the beard game, bro.
Yeah.
The legs and forearm game, bro. On point. Like you,
Brandon said
excellent.
he's gonna be waiting for the sweater. No, you're gonna keep waiting. You gotta win the league. Win the league, and then you can buy a jersey. All right, let's go with our pick'ems for week 5, which I am currently winning 2-1.
You are
in the
winning.
pick'ems. I am leading you 2-1. Which, by the way, the loser of the pick'ems by the end of the season
Where are you leading me, boy?
buys their jersey for the winner of the fantasy league.
All right, let's do it here. Horseshoes versus horses. The Colts versus the Broncos on Thursday Night Football. Did you know that you can go watch Thursday Night Football at AMC for free?
No shit.
Yeah,
That's wild.
in the AMC theaters. It's pretty dope. For this one, I think the Colts are going to win this one on Thursday night.
I'm going Denver. Denver's at home. I don't like the Colts. I'm going Denver.
Start Melvin Gordon.
Yeah. And then that backup also looks pretty good.
Yeah. Giants, Packers.
Packers at home. All
Packers.
the way.
Yeah. Lions, Patriots. Who are the Lions on this one?
Amon Ross St. Brown should be back. I'm going to go Lions. What are you going? Lions?
I said Lions, yeah. Chargers, Browns.
I'm going to go Chargers.
Chargers as well. Don't like this. Texans, Jaguars.
Jaguars. Well, actually, Jaguars are home here. I'm going to go Jaguars.
I'll go Texans on this one. I'll go Texans. This is an AFC South matchup.
Bucks, Falcons.
Buccaneers are going to win this one. Mariota not looking good. Cordell Patterson not looking good.
Yeah,
IR.
IR. Yeah, I'm going to go Bucks as well here.
Steelers, Bills. Bills.
Both Bills, right? You're going Bills?
Yeah.
You're going Bills.
Fuck. Dolphins, Jets.
No Tua.
No Tua. Already got. Sorry.
Shit. I'm going to go Dolphins still.
I'll go Jets. I'll pull a Chiva. I'm gonna go with the Jets on this one.
Dolphins are actually good.
They
They're
are,
good.
and they're going to play for Tua.
And Brissett,
it's fine.
Is it Brissett? No,
It's fine. And then Zach
Bridgewater's good.
Wilson's gonna
Bridgewater
remind
can handle.
people
Vikings,
of what a
Bears,
headache
Vikings
it is.
win this one.
Tua's gonna get a secondhand headache just because of how badly the Jets are gonna beat the Dolphins.
Are you gonna go?
Zach Wilson's
or
gonna go
Bears?
celebrate by banging one of his mom's friends.
Zach Wilson's a baller.
Vikings will beat the Bears.
Yes, I agree with you. Commanders, Titans.
Titans looking all right. Derrick Henry's running downfield.
I don't like the Titans defense.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Commanders.
Okay, get burned by a second week in a row by the Commanders. Goddamn commies. Seahawks, Saints.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Let's fly.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Panthers,
This was
49ers.
pretty good. Ooh, 49ers are going to win that one. They can put a showcase like that, they're going to destroy Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. I'm going 49ers as well.
Bird Violence. Eagles. Arizona Cardinals. Fly, Eagles, fly. 5-0.
I don't think you guys go 5-0.
Okay. I think so.
I'm gonna go Cardinals at home.
Cowboys, Rams.
I'm
Wow.
going Rams. I don't think they go back-to-back losses against a backup quarterback with the Cowboys.
Cooper Rush.
Who you
Looking
going
pretty
with?
good. Looking pretty good. I'll go Cowboys for a second week in a row.
Ravens, Bengals. This is a good matchup.
Ravens.
I'm gonna go Bengals.
Ah.
He owned the Bengals last season.
And then Monday Night Football, you got the Raiders versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs should run away with that one.
The Raiders.
They're a problem to the Chiefs.
Somehow have the ticket on them. The Chiefs are at
Ticket.
home.
They have the ticket.
You know what? Just for funsies, I'm gonna go Raiders.
For funsies. I love it when it's for funsies. If you also want to have for funsies, I guarantee that you'll have funsies with 20% off Calafino tequila.
Absolutely.
20% off. Use promo code 2balls20. I don't know if it still works. Go check it out. Tell me if it works when you order your bottle of Calafino tequila. Shout out to Este Inter. Shout out to UPSL. They played a really good match. There's a new guy that came out. I don't know where they got this guy. Half of this squad at Inter was hungover from from a wedding. So impressive. Shout out to Este Inter, your girl's favorite soccer team. Shout out to Soccer in San Diego. Shout out to the Doñita that is outside praying for everybody's safety. At a church every morning. She's there praying for your safety, my safety, and the safety of others.
You get safety.
You get safety. Everybody gets safety.
Thank you guys for watching episode 140. 10 weeks away from 150.
Oh.